When winter hits, snow removal contractors need quality equipment in a timely manner. The Western Products Production Facility in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, utilizes lean manufacturing practices to efficiently produce top-performing snow and ice control products. Business Unit Manager Dan Lovy took a better way on a tour of the Western Products Manufacturing Facility.
All right, basically now we're in the blade business unit where we do the fabrication. Just like everywhere else, what we do is we burn components to daily demand. So whatever blade series we're welding and assembling, we're also burning those components here on a daily basis. The idea behind that is if we can burn components or fabricate our components to daily demand, then we don't create any excess inventory, because inventory is waste and it's dollars that aren't available for doing other things that we want to do. We're in the welding area. This is where we weld out what we call our big three blades, our Pro Plus, and midweight blades. Our goal in all the business units is to try to weld on every product every day, so that what we're doing is filling the buckets for our customers so that we always have something available. Our goal is to keep the flow of the work between the welders as balanced as possible, so you won't see a lot of interruptions of the operators, so they can keep a constant flow of product running all day, every day. In addition to manual welding, we do some robotic welding as well. Some of the advantages of robotic welding are obviously consistent weld quality, weld size, and we don't miss any welds when we do robotic welding. Okay, here we're in the powder coat application area. Before we get to where we actually apply the powder coat, all of our weldments go through a blasting process and then a 9-stage wash system to wash out the impurities before it hits here. And then it also goes through a primer booth, which also helps the longevity of our top coat. We're on the assembly side. Before we saw weld, and again we weld and we hang them in a batch of about 14. Well, those blades then come off in the same fashion. 14 of those blades will come off and be put in a queue line. And this assembly is set up so that there's 0 changeovers, so that the guys can build one blade after another. In this assembly cell, basically what they do is they apply all the stickers and the warning labels, the cutting edges and the shoes. They've got some tables here to help assist them, and the tools all hanging above their tables, so they don't have to go looking for anything. When they're done assembling that blade, they take it and they put it in these preset blade stacks. They build that blade stack and they get that ready to pull out into inventory or load onto a truck on its way to a customer. All right, what we're looking at here is the powder coat line, and the powder coat line runs the entire length of the plant. It's the heartbeat of our plant. It feeds product to every business unit, and our goal is to produce every product or a mix of products every minute, so that we're always building something for our customers. Instead of seeing 10 or 15 or 20 of the same product coming down the powder coat line, is you'll see a mix of Pro Plus or midweight or Pro attachments. So when it reaches the business unit, again, they don't have to go looking for parts. These sequential carriers in a row are all the components they need to build the unit that they're building. What we call this is we call it mixed model production. There are very few manufacturing companies in the United States that actually can pull off a mixed model production where you're building every product every minute throughout the plant. What it means to the end user is that we'll always have product available for them. And we're very proud of the fact that we've been able to accomplish this in our lean journey.
One of Western's lean manufacturing philosophies is to cross-train employees to work in various areas of the factory. This allows the plant to be much more flexible.
Douglas Dynamics is really the only snowplow manufacturer that manufactures its own power units and hydraulics. Here where we are at is one of a series of 4 machines here. They're called Morisaki machines. And on these machines is where we machine our hydraulic blocks. We purchase raw billets of aluminum blocks, and through a series of machining operations, all automated on these Morisakis, we get a finished block that comes out as a result. In this assembly cell, what we do is we build the hydraulics to match up with the black iron product that we're producing in the structural business unit. So we need to have flexibility in this assembly area so that whatever we're building there, we match it up. With zero changeover, what we can do in this assembly cell here is we can build 6 different power units, and we build all 6 every day. We test every hydraulic unit before it goes on to the next step to make sure that before the customer gets it, the settings are right and everything about that hydraulic unit is proper before it goes to the field. Okay, here we're in a straight blade attachment business unit. And again, in this business unit, we build Pro Plus, midweight, and half tons. The line that we're standing next to is what we call our half-ton assembly line. What we've done here, this is the latest, greatest way that we assemble our plows for our customers. We do a wet test so that we can check the function of the angle rams and the lift rams.
Once tested and approved, the units are crated and ready to ship. For over 60 years, Western snowplows have been the #1 choice of the professional plower. Western snowplows are manufactured with quality as their #1 priority. They are also built in the most efficient way possible to better ensure prompt availability to their customers.